Welcome to the Solar Line Business Babes podcast. My name is Susan Francis and I'm a mindset manifestation expert, business coach and mentor helping women quantum leap their business success and make the seemingly impossible a reality. And if you're here, you've been called here for a reason. You know within your soul that you are capable of so much more, and I'm here to help you unlock your full potential and manifest your dream life and business. It is my mission to empower female entrepreneurs to connect back to their soul, to their true calling, and to create a business from a place of alignment and purpose. So if you're struggling with hard work and force in your business, then get ready to let go of everything you think you know. It's time to forget all the stress, all the strategies, all the hustle, and instead unlock the secret to manifesting your next level of abundance. Join me as I deep dive into creating a business that flows, teach you how to trust your intuition, create a mindset of abundance, experience more joy, and to learn how to become magnetic to the money and success you desire. I have a down-to-earth, strictly no BS approach and make the woo-woo seem logical and actionable. I know that the knowledge, tools, and insights I share will change your life and the way you approach your business forever, and I'm excited to help you expand. Let's get started. Welcome back. So today we are talking about your life purpose. Are you living your life's purpose? It sounds so big, right? It's such a big thing. Are you following your purpose? It's been coming up a little bit lately with some of the women I'm talking to. But seriously, what the hell does that even mean? What does it mean to be following your life's purpose, right? Because the way I look at it, finding your purpose, it's not like deciding what you want to do when you grow up, right? It's not like, when I was little, I wanted to be a hairdresser and then I wanted to be a fashion designer. I was just deciding on random things that I thought I would like. And so, I started making clothes for my dolls when I was really young, and then I started making clothes for myself, very badly, mind you, but still was making them. And so I did go to fashion design school. I went and studied fashion textile design, right? Now, here's the thing. I enjoyed it to a certain extent. I definitely enjoyed it. I enjoyed parts of it, and I had lots of fun. I learned lots of things, all the rest of it. But did I feel like I was following my life's purpose? Not really, because when I was at school and I had to bloody decide what I wanted to do, I didn't have a clue, right? I didn't really have a clue. I didn't have that much life experience. How was I going to know what I would want to do, like what I would want to do, right? What do you want to do when you grow up? It's finding your life purpose is not the same thing as deciding what you want to do when you grow up, right? I believe it's not about making a decision, right? It's not about making a decision. It's not that you automatically know what your purpose is. And here's the thing too, your purpose doesn't have to indicate career, right? It doesn't have to indicate career. It could be something else completely. Like you just might find that your purpose is something more to do with your personal life, or something that's more of a hobby or a side thing. Here's the thing about what is a life purpose. The way I look at it, and look, I don't believe there's any clear definition, right? This is open for interpretation, but this is my take on it, right? So if you're interested in my take, this is my take on it. My take on this is that I believe your life purpose, so to speak, and I'm using that kind of term in inverted quotes because it's sort of like not really even sure that there's just one life purpose. But what I feel that we were put on this planet to do is to feel good, to do what lights us up, to do what you're feeling called to do what feels like just doing the things that you feel like you're meant to be doing, that feel really good, that light you up, that you love, right? That to me is following your life's purpose. It doesn't mean that you have to save the world. You don't have to become a healer. You don't have to become a teacher. You don't have to do any of those things. But here's how I found, and how I suggest, if you don't feel like you found it, how you can find your purpose, right? And here's how you find it. You follow what lights you up. right? You follow what lights you up. I believe it's something that evolves over time. I don't believe that you'll wake up one day and you'll be like, wow, I found it, it's done. I believe it's just following what lights you up. And the more you do what you love, the more you listen to that calling of your soul, you just trust where you feel you're being pulled to. The more you do that, the more I feel you step further and further into kind of living your purpose, right? Because for me, it totally unfolded. It wasn't like one day I rolled out of bed and went, oh my God, this is my life purpose. I'm so excited. This is it. I mean, maybe for you it was like that. But for me, it was a process of evolving. And I'll get into that a little bit later. But the first thing to say is that just stop making what you would love to do wrong, right? Stop making what you would love to do wrong. Because here's the thing. I spent 20 years working in fashion and then jewelry industries. And if I had told myself these stories that, well, that's what I'm trained in, that's what I'm an expert in, that's where I've spent my career, that's what I have to keep doing, I would have lived my life being unfulfilled. So for me, following your life's purpose is doing something that fulfills you, right? Something that brings you joy, that lights you up, that gives you that sense of fulfillment. So first of all, you just need to stop telling yourself the stories that you need to stick to what you've been trained in, you need to stick to what you've been experienced in, or you even need to stick to what you're good at, right? Just let all that shit go. Just choose that you get to do what feels good and what lights you up. If you love painting, but you think you're shithouse at painting, paint anyway. Because the thing is that whatever lights you up it's never going to feel like work. It's always going to feel like a joy, right? Like even just recording these podcasts. Like, I love it. I just sit here and I just have a bit of a ramble and I say what's on my mind and I just share how I feel about things. And it's awesome. There's people out there that want to listen to that and I love it, right? So it's not like this feels like work. It's not like I'm like, oh my God, I've got to bloody record a podcast today. That sucks. I hate it. It's just doing what I enjoy, doing what feels good, doing what lights me up. And, you know, and the fact that other people love that too, that like brings me joy. That brings me fulfillment, right? So do more of what you love. Do more of what lights you up and just follow those pulls. Follow those pulls. Just let go of the stories that that it's too late to change, that you can't change directions, that this is what you're experienced in or this is what you're good at. Right now, I'm a mindset, manifestation, and business coach. I studied fashion design. Nothing to do with each other, right? Studied fashion and textile design. I got into the fashion industry, but not really in design, more in the sales arena and a little bit in product development. And then I worked my way up through senior management positions. I eventually went to a general management position in the jewelry industry. And my job, my roles were a lot more about spreadsheets and numbers and budgets and forecasts than they were anything to do with fashion, right? So what I want you to get is, and so that's what I was good at. That's what I was experienced in. But here's the thing, your life skills always help you in whatever you're doing, right? So even all that training and all that work that I spent in all those other industries, it still helps me now. The understanding of forecasts and budgets and spreadsheets obviously helps me in my own business, right? I run other companies, so it helps me in my own business. And even just, being in senior management positions, I was able to, in those positions, I trained younger staff. And so that helped me with the teaching skills, right? That helped me now when I do trainings, when I do live trainings, it's helped me with my teaching skills. And, and my love of fashion, what's interesting is, like recently I've done a few little photo shoots, right, to get some images that I can use on my website and social media. And so I feel like I'm incorporating that love of fashion. I get to style a few outfits. It feels like fun. It just reminds me of being, working in that fun part of fashion. It's like all of the bits of the other jobs that I didn't really know. I didn't really know that that's why I was doing those jobs, but all those bits that I did really enjoy that were kind of fun have still been incorporated into what I'm doing now, right? So stop putting yourself in a box, telling yourself that this is what you need to do. And also something to stop telling yourself, while I'm telling you what to stop doing, is to stop telling yourself that the niche you're working in is profitable and what you really feel called to do is not profitable. You got to let that one go. I promise you, whatever you're feeling called to do is the right thing. Whatever you're feeling called to do, whatever you just feel that pull that, you'd love to be doing that, but is anyone ever going to pay you for that? You need to let that go. You need to step in, follow those pulls, right? Step into what you love, what you would love to be doing. If you have a desire to create it, the universe can deliver it. There is a market for it, right? You don't need to do in-depth market research to work out whether or not it can be profitable. We live in this global world now. There's 8 billion people on the planet. How many people do you really need to get what you do in order to have a profitable business? It's not many. I promise it's not many, right? If you're a solo entrepreneur and you're doing something like coaching, it's literally just a handful of people need to get what you're doing. So it can be as obscure as you want it to be. And I think I've shared this in the podcast before, but I was doing a training once and I was talking about, following what you feel called to do and don't worry about how obscure it is. There is a market for it. If you're being called to do it, then you're being called to do that for a reason. And there's other people out there that are a match to that want that. And so we were talking about obscure things, and someone was sharing that there is a Facebook group for people that are fans of snakes wearing tiny hats. Now, how obscure and random is that? That's like super duper obscure and random, but apparently there is a Facebook group where there are fans of snakes in tiny little hats where they hang out and they, celebrate that stuff. So no matter how obscure what you want to do is, follow that calling, right? So I promise the path to your life's purpose or doing your soul's work, it's just so much more rewarding, right? I just feel lit up every day. I love doing what I'm doing. I'm hungry to learn more. I love expanding. And as a result, I love helping other women do that too, right? I didn't wake up one day and say, okay, cool, this is what I want to do. I kept following the calling one step at a time, right? I kept following just what felt good, what I was being pulled to one step at a time. And by that, I mean, when I went back to my full-time job after I had my child, I knew that's not what I wanted to do for the rest of my life, right? So that was the first call. It's like, this is not what you're cut out for. I did not want to work 50 hours a week for someone else telling me how much I was worth and when I had to show up, right? I did not want that. So then the next thing was like, hey, I want to start my own business. What do I want to do? What could that look like? Kind of, tossed around a few ideas, and then network marketing came along. And I was like, yes, this is a business. It doesn't take a lot of investment. It's just time, it's energy. I can get into this and I can create a 6-figure income, and it's going to give me the freedom. I can work from anywhere. So it ticked a lot of boxes, right? And even back then, what I wanted to also do was inspire other women to be able to have their own time and financial freedom, right? That was still a big part of my mission when I was in network marketing. And that's still a big part of my mission now. So I followed network marketing. It led me into personal development. That led me into studying coaching. I just kept following the pulls one step at a time. So I hope you're getting this right. It's like, it's being brave enough to follow what you're being called to do. And so I followed all those calls. I also, at the same time, while doing all of this, was learning about the law of attraction and quantum physics. That shit just like intrigued me. I was fascinated. I just loved it. I just couldn't get enough of it. And I didn't realize that that would become part of my work. I just followed what I loved doing. I was loving learning about it. It just lit me up. It was so exciting. I just couldn't get enough of it. And one thing led to another. Right? One thing led to another. And yes, there was a day where I went, oh my God, this is really what I want to do. Yes, there was that day. But I didn't get from A to Z. It was like I went to B first, then C, then D, then E, then F, then G, da, 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 da. And one day I was like, oh my God, yes, everything's coming together. All the personal development, all of the skills I learned in online business through network marketing, learning about law of attraction, the coaching that I had studied, it all came together in like a little perfect thing. I was like, yes, this feels right. And my mission is still to help women have time and financial freedom, right? That's still what it is, but it's in a way that I love it so much more. So if you're wanting to find your life's purpose, it's just about taking a step to do more of the things that you love, right? Do more of the things that you love. Stop doubting yourself. Stop doubting whether it's the right thing or not. Stop doubting your enoughness. Stop doubting your abilities. Learn to go within, learn to listen to the calling, and just do more of what you love. Even when it's scary, even when it doesn't make sense, even when you're afraid, just follow the pulls of what lights you up. Because I promise what lights you up, what you love, is always where you will find the greatest joy and fulfillment and the greatest prosperity too. I promise when you do something you love and you're excited by it and you just wake up every day and you want to do it and you're just excited to expand and continue, and like that is where all the opportunity lies. Like I said, it doesn't matter how obscure it is what you want to do. If you feel called to do it, this is the way the world works, right? We are an attraction-based universe. If you feel called to do it, there is someone out there looking for that, right? Looking for that service, whatever, or product, whatever it is. There is always someone out there that is a match to what you're doing. And, often the more obscure niches, they can be the most profitable because there's not many people playing in that field, right? You're on your own, you're doing your own thing, and there's not a lot of competition. But don't let anyone tell you that this is the most profitable niche, this is what you should be doing. Whenever you hear the word should, run a mile, right? You do not need to, don't let anyone should all over you. You don't need to do anything. Follow what lights you up. Follow what you love. Just keep following the pulse. And just take the attitude, just adopt the belief that all failures are feedback, right? All failures are feedback. Just learn as you go and just know that everything's always working out. You're just getting one step closer, and there will be a day in which you go, oh my God, this is it. Oh my God, I love it. But earlier, I don't know if you noticed, but I said right now, I'm a mindset, manifestation, and business coach, right? That's what I am right now because I'm on this journey of following what lights me up. I also know that might evolve, right? I can't tell you what I'll be doing in 2 years' time, because by following what I feel called to do, by following what lights me up, that is always evolving, right? It's always expanding. It's always evolving. So maybe in 2 years, I won't be doing this, right? I'll be doing something that looks a bit different. I don't think it will be a complete 180, but I just want you to get that right now, I feel like I'm living my life's purpose, right? I feel like this is what I was meant to do. I feel like this is what I'm so aligned with. I love it. I'm so excited to keep expanding, to help more women expand. I just love it. It lights me up. I really feel like, and it's brought together, like I said, all of these strengths that I picked up in all these other jobs along the way that I never knew were kind of preparing me for this. So, the skills that you learn are so adaptable across so many different things in so many ways that you don't even know, right? You don't even know. And so just trust it. Learn to trust and do more of what you love. Realize that the first thing that you do might not be what you end up doing. But here's the other thing too, like go into everything, follow things with passion, right? And with real purpose. It's not, when I say follow what you're being called to do or what you're being pulled to do, it's not about trying one thing for like 5 minutes and going, nah, that's not it. I'll try something else. Like you've got to step fully into things, right? You've got to fully immerse yourself, fully embrace it, fully kind of really get into it to know if it's for you. I was certain that network marketing was going to be my thing. I was certain of it, right? Just 2 years ago, I was certain of it. And so a lot changes, right, in 2 years. So what I want you to get is that you need to go in, you need to approach everything with, yes, this is it. I'm being called to this. I'm fully embracing this. I'm in this. But it's okay to change. It's okay to pivot. Keep learning, keep growing, keep expanding. And that is where you will find what you truly feel called to do. But like I said, it's not a destination. That's the biggest thing I want you to get out of all of this. It's not a destination. It's a journey. Following your purpose, I feel like it's a journey. It's always unfolding. What I'm doing now I dare say might not be what I'm doing in 20 years' time, right? It's a journey. So I'm totally fine and happy and excited to follow that process wherever it may lead, right? So I hope you get that. I hope that was helpful. For anyone who still feels like they're searching for their purpose, just sit down and ask yourself and journal on, what do I love doing, right? What do I love? What are some of the things that I love doing? Even start writing a list of all the little things that you love doing. Right? What lights me up? What am I interested in? What would I love to do more of? And just start to do that. Or what are some of the qualities? What are some of the things that are really important to me? Just start to do more of those, and things will unfold, things will expand. Set the intention for what you want, and things will unfold in a beautiful way. This is the thing, you couldn't possibly dream up your path. You couldn't possibly dream up your life's path or the most joyous path for you. I know you might have an idea of what that looks like, and I do too. I've got a vision of where I want to be, but I'm so open to the expansion and the evolution of that, and for whatever that might look like along the way, right? So I hope that was helpful. And just a super quick announcement, Aligned Abundance 2.0 or round 2 starts on the 12th of January. I'll drop the link in the show notes. Little 4-week intensive to rapidly align with your desires, let go of all the doubts, the fears, the worries, the blocks, and manifest your goals faster, right? Reach those goals faster and be able to achieve that time and financial freedom. So that'll be in the show notes. I hope this was helpful. I'll talk to you soon. Thank you so much for tuning in to today's episode. I hope you loved what you heard here and are excited for your expansion. If it resonated with you, then please screenshot this podcast and share it with your friends, and hashtag Soul Aligned Business Babes. And please rate and review so I can spread the word and keep bringing you more goodness. If you're not already following me on social media, come and join the party for extra inspiration and teachings. I do live trainings in my Facebook group, which you can join at facebook.com/groups/soulaligned.bb. You can follow me on Instagram at I am Susan Francis, or come to my website at susanfrancis.com.au and download your free manifestation meditation and check out what programs I'm currently offering. I'm so excited you joined me here today and can't wait to share the next episode with you. Until then, remember you are powerful beyond measure and your success is inevitable.